All right, so basically we've got some categories, and the first one is what we call solution growth. So what happened was this customer, as soon as I joined OQLIS, I was telling him about OQLIS and I introduced him to the product. But obviously that conversation I spoke about where the Oaks have got that thing on their forward where I can read their mind and they think I'm an idiot and they don't believe me. I think that's what was going through his head in the beginning. He's like, there's no way. Then I convinced him to come to the event last year. And obviously we showcased everything we did. And straight after the event, he came to me and he said, okay, he's sold. We need to talk. And I think a week or two later, he came and he dropped off his device. I'll never forget it. It's these massive, like big load cells. It looks like a scale. Like you stand on it. We're actually playing with it. We're like jumping on it and like it weighs. And we're like, okay, I don't weigh that much. Or yeah. So, and then essentially he was like, he just drops it in our office and he says, if this thing can start, if you can start getting the data from this scale into OQLIS, then we've got a deal. And obviously, like, that's what we do, right? So we configured it, we pushed all the data in, and we started the whole trial of building essentially a data warehouse inside of OQLIS for all their load cells. Fast forward 10 months later, Glen and his team have done phenomenal work. They've onboarded about 15 customers, roughly 29 of these scales, and he's showing no signs of stopping there. You know, like if you know Glen, like I know Glen, like when he gets the bit between his teeth, he's like a bit of a James Dalton. Like, you know, like you want that guy in the front row. Like, you know, he's just going to go right through whatever's in front of him. And that's what Glen is. So like, I'd like to just call up, lastly, what we did for Glen is obviously we had to prove the business case and they also need a white labeled solution. So what's really great about Glen's solution is none of his customers see OQLIS. We the brand behind the brand. So he's busy building his own platform and his own brand with his own business. His brand is called View It, and they're using us as the underlying technology. So Slash is a customer, but also like it's a partnership and it's a long-term engagement that we see. You know, it's fruitful and we hope we continue for a long time. So Glen, if I can call you up, please, congratulations. Go, buddy, that's for you. Thanks. And there's a certificate as well. I don't know, like you can maybe put it on your golf cart. All right. So what I just generally also ask is, I ask the guys, I know we had another microphone here. So generally what I ask the guys to do is just for a minute or so, and I think it's a question I'm going to ask you after you've spoken, is just tell a little bit about your experience about working with the platform. 2 years ago, I think you weren't a believer. Now I think we've converted you.
So 2 years ago I came here, like you said, and I put it out there. I said, hey Andrew, can you connect this up for me and see if we can get it working? I had to explain a bit of what I actually want to do, and yeah, basically we've signed up quite a few customers, and we've actually changed our business concept where we just sell hardware. We've now changed it around and said, look, here's data, and here's hardware that comes along with it. So if you'd like to see all your productivity, this is what we can do for you. And we've gone to a stage that we've even got an app now. So you can download the app on Play Store or on Apple, and you got View It at your hands. It's on the back end. It really works well. Customers are super happy, and we can actually pick up faults when the scale is actually given an issue. So we've got a back-end data team that help us now with OQLIS. Jonty's been helping Christian, the guy that works with me. And he does a fantastic job. He actually goes to the sales manager and says, hey, phone this customer, he has a problem here. So it really works well hand in hand. And yeah, I'm looking forward to adding more devices. I've got some more ideas to go along with it. It's proved itself. And yeah, I'm looking forward to go ahead and make more business out of this. Okay. It's been a real good go for us. So,
yeah, thanks, Glen. And the one thing I want to ask you is, when you started and you dropped the device and we actually started with you and you had your the first data coming in, did you envision like what you've got now? Did you think we'd get there?
No, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't. So
clearly I'm not very good.
It takes a lot to convince me because
he's a tough nut.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you've got to prove to me that it's going to work.
Yeah.
And what I found with OQLIS is they're not a supplier, they're more of a partner. They work with us. And what surprised me the most is if I had an issue, they answered it, they solved it. quickly. It wasn't, and I've been around, I've been asking Oaks, I've had one-man bands that have been helping me, and I've never won, and actually we're on the right path. So I'm very happy.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Glenn.